Kick-Ass Kitchen. I'm Brandy of the blog Nutmeg Nanny.
And I'm Gina from Running to the Kitchen.
And today we're taking a trip to Ireland. I am going to be making a homemade Irish coffee.
And I'm doing a no-bake Irish cream cheesecake.
Yum. So first we're going to make the coffee so we can drink that while we assemble the cheesecake. First, 1 tablespoon of dark brown sugar. 5 ounces of hot coffee. That'll help dissolve the sugar. Give it a little stir.
A cute spoon.
It's a bar spoon. The good stuff, the whiskey, Irish whiskey to be exact. About 1.5 ounces, 2 ounces, 3 ounces.
You don't see any measuring cups here.
Measuring is for suckers, especially when it comes to booze. And then we put on top our whipped cream. Now this whipped cream is not firm peaks like that you would make if you were doing, whipped cream for a pie or a cake. This is nice and kind of smooth, silky. It's kind of spoonable, and it floats on top of the coffee like a little island.
Island of deliciousness. So you basically just whip it a little bit less, right?
Just whip it a little bit less until it holds itself up, but you can spoon it on top of the coffee. And that's it. That's all it takes.
Perfect. Melts right in.
Yeah. All right, cheesecake. I want to learn about this.
So no-bake cheesecake is where it's at because who's got time for baking? Starting with a crust. Every cake starts with a crust, right? Or if it has a crust, I don't know.
Whatever. This one starts with a crust.
It does, and it's not a graham cracker crust. We're using a cup of oats, a 1/2 cup of almonds, and a 1/4 cup of coconut palm sugar because it's fun and healthier, and I like it better than brown sugar. And we put it in a food processor with about a 1/4 cup of coconut oil and vanilla as well as some cinnamon. Pulsed it all up and got it to the consistency of wet sand. So when you pinch it, it kind of stays together, it holds its shape a little bit. And then we're gonna put it in the bottom of whatever jar you're assembling your cheesecakes in. It could be a glass jar, ceramic jar, it doesn't matter. Press it down, back of a spoon works, your fingertips work, whatever you wanna do.
Just get it in there nice
Just
and
get
tight.
it in. That's what she said.
Yeah, she did.
And then for the filling, and this is definitely the best part, we are putting together some Neuchâtel cream cheese.
Which we had to Google how to properly pronounce because I have been pronouncing it Neuchâtel, which Siri corrected me and said is not the way that you pronounce it. It is in fact
Neuchâtel.
Neuchâtel.
So pretend to be French and get your little accent on and throw that into a bowl. In addition, we're putting in some creme fraiche because creme fraiche is amazing and delicious.
And tangy.
Very tangy. As well as some vanilla and then cocoa powder for this beautiful brown color.
And flavor.
As well as Irish cream because these are Irish cream cheesecakes and we obviously need some booze and flavor.
Yes, booze is always a necessity in Kick-Ass Kitchen.
Yes. So we are mixing that with a hand mixer and until that comes together and then just putting it into our jars, licking our fingers to get rid of it, and filling it up as high as you want, as much filling as you want. The more the better. And topping this with some freshly made whipped cream. You could obviously use store-bought whipped cream if you don't have time to make whipped cream or if you don't know how. However, I suggest you Google that if you don't know how.
Google is your friend and it only takes a couple of minutes and I think it tastes a lot better than the stuff that comes from the can.
It does. There's no sugar or anything added to this whipped cream. It's literally just heavy cream whipped in a bowl because the filling is super decadent and sweet already.
Nice and sweet.
And then the fun part, our little fairy duster. This is Brandy's little gadget she brought over. It's filled with cocoa powder and we're just going to sprinkle some on the top because it's pretty and cute.
I know.
And
It's
who
like
doesn't
we're
want to use a duster.
Yeah, it's like we're little fairy princesses, but with cocoa powder.
Fun times. And then topping with some fresh mint for color. It's St. Patrick's Day. And I like it. And it's not obnoxious green food coloring.
This girl has a food coloring rant. We're not even going to get into it because we'll be here all day. Just use the fresh mint to please not upset her.
Yes.
Plus it smells really good. All right, well these look delicious and as soon as this camera shuts off, I am eating a cheesecake and I am gonna get
drinking.
Drunk on this even though it's the middle of the afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Subscribe to our channel if you want to see more of our craziness. Visit my blog, nutmegnanny.com.
And runningtothekitchen.com.
Cheers!